Hey, how you doing, Geminis? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm host for this channel. Welcome to Printres, Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Please press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. Also, I'm giving out some free readings up until the ending of next week. So if you would like a free private and personal reading, please check out the information in the description below this video. Just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on with Geminis? Someone doesn't want to speak about it. Seems like something's changing or ending. Someone could be timing a situation or waiting for something here, or convinced that they don't need to speak, but worries are there or something's going on. It does say there's struggles, worrying, as someone wants to help the worries but is confused or is unannouncing what the problem is until maybe someone gets to them or gets to you, or until they come to you with something. So someone could be coming to you with something, could be dealing with a Scorpio, could be dealing with a fire sign, could be dealing with Cancerian or Pisces, could be dealing with a fire sign or an air sign, so any star sign really. Okay. It does look like you want to end, the loyalty to some worries as well. You could be struggling, or someone wants to do this and is trying to hurry something up here. It does say something is not going to be over until you say so, but warning, if she wants to start a problem, you'll bring it to her and you'll convince yourself that you're going to always do this. It does say she wonders if you can communicate this in your mind or stay away, or maybe even start speaking about your mind to yourself, privatize your mind or keep away from her. It does say loyalty to people or victimizing situations will cause you harm. At times it doesn't say bad news, but sometimes it does. Warning, if you do get karma coming, it does say planetary existence is there for you to speak, but no one is going to be harmed and you will see that bad news is over. It does say over with something that you are doing or something that someone's doing, because it's not going to please you how the situation unfolds. Okay. There is something here for you to communicate. It does say that you don't have to speak, but you do wonder what's going on, as you could have caused some harm to someone, or a frenemy or a child or a family member could have done something. It does say bad news for any type of air sign, fire sign or earth sign. It does say the water sign energy is not having it and wants to change this. It does say many thanks to you, Scorpio. I'm not going to speak to you, but warning, if I have an idea, I've done something, I'm going to tell you. I realize you're not speaking to me and I'm not speaking to you, but we do know we can communicate it. It doesn't seem to have to be so smart for you to say you're going to bring someone into the situation, but I wonder if I could steal your mind again and tell you off. I do not want to know that I did something. I did it, but I'm not going to tell you I did it, and I'm not going to tell you that I did it, so I'm not going to tell you that I did it. Okay, so this could be you that could have done something, or it could be someone else. Could be a Cancerian or a fire sign or an earth sign here or a Pisces. Okay. It does say someone here isn't convinced that they're loyal to you, but you would want to be loyal to them. But it does say you are brewing with confidence in your mind to say you are loyal and you're deceptive at the same time. That's how they perceive you and see you. It does say you are bad news for them, but you war with yourself and not speaking about it. But you may not speak about smoking, drinking or alcohol to anyone. You just don't want a war. But it does say no one's speaking about that. Why are you thinking so much about it? It does say many times over you may have told someone off or told them not to speak, but you do this sometimes. Or maybe you don't want to see yourself in a problem. It does say some of you are dealing with smoke or alcohol or drinking, or a frenemy around you is doing this and that's why she's so mad or acting shy or nervous. It does say sexual energy is something you want, so you may stay in your mind a while about a situation with a man that doesn't really like you, doesn't really want you, but does know he can give you some sex when he needs to. It does say some of you are feeling like this when your man is not giving you attention, or maybe he's communicating with someone else or cheating. He may not see you or may see you at times and you wonder what he's up to, but you want to give him some good sex. And it does say sometimes you don't believe him, but sometimes you do, and you don't know where to go with him. Okay. It says, I certainly wouldn't want to know I'm stressing you out, but could I call you? It does say the female that you want has someone in her mind that she can discover or talk to. It doesn't say you need to pry in her business, but it does say, mind you, if he's your man, it's not going to be a good thing. But if it's not your man, it's going to be something you want to know. You may be nosy at this time, or may want to spread rumors, lies, or gossip at your mind, or in your mind, about situations. Or maybe a teenager, a friend, or a nervous family member keeps doing this to a neighbor, a friend, or playing knockdown ginger on someone's door. It does say blaming someone for purposely putting harm on them is going to be cute. And it does say some of you guys really want to see someone pray for help, or maybe even see them not in a good way. At this time, you may not even want to see someone getting good karma with their work, their job, or maybe other things. It does say, warning, if it's not you, it's an earth sign female, and she's really mad at this person and can't stand her and really hates her and really smells fine in her mind, but she says she doesn't tell me good karma, so I'm going to tell her off. So it does say maybe this water sign person has told off the earth sign person. It does say many times over, if she's told you off, she believes herself is not going to be bad to you, but she is bad to you in a way where you don't like her. And it does say often you may not like her, but she does know she's probably going to tell you off too. It does say many times over, you've heard her tell you off, but you want to hear her. She kicks off, flies off the handle, or maybe even stays away from you. You would not want to see problems today, but you burden in your mind to find out what she's got going on, or maybe even feel jumpy at this time, or nervous about a situation that you don't know if it's going to happen, or maybe even something that you feel like is pending. It does say, warning, you've just got to see blessings come and start looking forward to bad news if it happens. Okay, so you could be holding back your feelings at this time. There could also be a water sign man there as well. It does say often you may not see it, but it does say blame is something that comes your way. You may not want to know you're in a strife or a trial and error situation, or maybe even problematic mental health problems. You may not want to see these problems in yourself, so you try to warn yourself not to speak. But I don't want to see something get too out of hand or go too far. I don't want to see myself burdened with stress with other people or other members of society. I don't want to burden myself with police or custody, or even battle someone in court. I don't want to do this, so I'm going to try and warn myself to not speak or even stay away from the person. Okay, so some of you guys could be, going through your own different scenarios, but it looks like you want to not take something too far and want to stay away from the person. You may have some type of loyalty to them, but in some ways you just don't like the person as well. Okay, it does say you have brilliant ideas to speak about something you wouldn't want to do. You may not want to speak to me again. It does say sometimes he wants to speak to you, and at times he may not want to speak to you. He's struggling to hear what it is that you have to say. Are you female friends with someone that I know? Could I speak to you? I don't know you, but could I speak to you? I'd rather speak to you because I want to get to know you. And if I do get to know you, I'm warning you, I could come and cause you harm. It does say someone here wants to cause you harm or put you behind a wheel of a police car, or some of you guys may not have penitentiary energy of jail, but some of you guys have got mental problems in your mind, or think about a stranger or a person that's coming forward to talk to you or maybe chat you up. It does say some of you may feel like someone is coming to you and telling you off, or maybe even charging you for guilty conscience, or maybe even telling you off for things that you don't want to do, or maybe it's your mind. It does say many times over you feel like your mind is at stress levels, or has stress levels, or the man here has stress in his mind about you, but may want to communicate with you or make love with you or see you in court one day, or try to strongly consider if he needs to be there for your family, maybe even a child, or maybe his son, or maybe someone else's son. It does say someone here has a child that they need to look after and doesn't know how to stress it, but does know that they can support you and help you with everything you need, even though the other female may be getting in the way. But someone here is bothering you and getting on your nerves, and you're trying to warn them, don't speak, but I see you and I've got you, but just don't want to know that you're always in my mind, getting on my nerves. Okay. If you're not dealing with a water sign man, it could be any star sign, could be a Sagittarius even. We've got a lot of water here, a little bit of air, could be a fire sign. Anything else? It does say situations are not going to be over until next week or next year or next month. You do not want to care about the situation, but you try to warn yourself. If you do see yourself in a bad way, you will care very much and you will stop doing what you're doing. But you try to warn yourself that you will wallow in your mind about things that she's done or he's done, or another person has done, or the person that you are pointing fingers at has done. It does say someone here is detailing things or writing things down and will not cause you harm, but will arrest you if you cause harm to them. They know that you've communicated things in a bad way, and they don't want to hear that you're always in trouble, but they can communicate with you to stop being a nuisance to someone, or maybe even charge you, or maybe even communicate with you about love, sex, money, or marriage. Some of you guys may be getting karma with good karma, and some of you guys may be getting bad karma with bad karma. All depends on what it is that you're going through. Initially, your time is spent alone in your mind about problems, or maybe even seeing that you have blessings. Which way is it going to go? You have time spent alone at times, and it does say in your mind, in your business, and at your address, or maybe at your home, but you don't want to see yourself in a bad way, so you will communicate that you're staying away from negative energy, nervousness, or problems with people. Okay, could be shocked about something. There could have been a tower moment, whether that's for you or someone else, or someone sees something at a distance here, and could be shocked about something here, but is ready here to fly in with something that's going to happen, or doesn't know if it's going to happen, but does know that they're sorting something out to make sure that they're secure. You could be ready to see yourself in a good way, or maybe sort out something with your mind or your money, or maybe even personally, apartment or a room, or even clearing your house out, or maybe even moving. You're trying to warn yourself, you don't know what to do, but you are speaking about it, or trying to consider whether or not you should sell your property, move out, or maybe stay in the one you're in, or maybe even try to move on with the things that you have, or even lie about the situation. It does say nothing set in stone, but people will warn you. If there's a child there, you do not have to worry about it. If the child wants marriage one day, you will support the child with marriage. Ideally, if it's an adult child, maybe you are seeing yourself going to a wedding in the near future, or maybe even supporting yourself as an usher, or maybe even making sure that the child is an usher. At this time, you could be believing you have good karma with custody, or maybe even frenemies or enemies. It does say many things is happening, so warn yourself, Gemini, not to speak, but bad news can come or good news can come. Which way are you going? All right, so what's going on with work for Geminis? It says work is going to be lethal. It does say sometimes your work is not going to be that good, or even things you're working on, working up a sweat, or maybe even telling yourself off for something you did, telling yourself you've dialed 999, or maybe someone else has dialed 999, or maybe even telling your friend or your family member that you'll do this, or maybe even causing harm in your head because you knew that you did something that you shouldn't have done. It does say many times over, if the friend doesn't plead guilty, or maybe even tell yourself that you should stop, you're not going to do it. But it does say warning, if you keep doing something she doesn't like doing, when is it going to stop? It does say many times over, if you're the one that's communicating bad news, or she's the one communicating bad news, someone has to tidy up their mind to say stop doing something. But warning, has she got arrested yet? It does say female here wants to know if she's got arrested yet. Someone's saying that they've got something up their sleeve to communicate that bad news is coming. But warning, if this female doesn't stop, she's the one that's going to get arrested. Many times over, the female victim is a Gemini, or maybe even the one that doesn't have problems. It does say many times, if the earth sign doesn't stop getting involved, she's going to have problems with law, or maybe even victim mentality. It does say many times over, if your work is not good, you're stressed out, or you need some support, you could have good karma if you try to change your mind, or the words that you use, or maybe even things that you're doing to support yourself. You've put yourself in a pickle. It does say a pickle because you've tried to warn yourself that better things could happen, but it does say bad news is here. Warning, if your love life is suffering, it's because the man here doesn't want to see you in a good way, but he's also warning you, he's got your back. He's just got a child with you, or maybe he's supporting you with other things that he's talking to you about. Your love life is suffering, or your love life is working out. It does say it is going to work out just fine, and it does say many times over, if you need to work, you're going to work, but you need to leave him to sort out the family, or the frenemies, or the feds, or maybe even thugs, or people that are nonsense or useless in your mind, or people that are disturbing your peace, or you're disturbing their peace, or getting on your nerves. It says time out is something that I need, and I need to support my mind. Putting myself on hold, not going to stir a problem for the next 2 weeks or maybe a year. Whatever's happening is driving me crazy. I feel like something's going on. It does say you Geminis don't want to know that problems are there, but people are there causing you harm. Many times over, many things are going on for you. Work strives in your favor though, as it supports you to talk about it. It does say sort it out, or maybe even justify how you're going to live, or court yourself in the near future. You have to go to court, or you maybe have to deal with something in a negative way, or maybe even see if it's going to bless you. It does say sometimes you've got to speak less, or leave a stressful situation alone. Stop bothering people, stop provoking them, or stop allowing them to provoke you. And it does say provoke you, because at times people do provoke you with your nine-mindedness, i.e. they see you scared or upset or see you burdened. They don't want to see that all the time, but you are. And at times you may speak or not speak, or maybe allow people to get on your nerves. You may see that you get on their nerves too. So sometimes it's a burden, but you may even warn yourself that you've got friends, family members, or people to protect you or get in the way, and try to warn you that you are guided by your mind in sentimental ways of value, and sex will be the answer for some of you in your mind. So maybe sex might be the answer in some ways. I don't know, but there's a lot going on. And it does say work is something you have. So maybe there's someone at work that you are seeing, or someone that you like. Even if it's someone that doesn't like you, it could be someone that you don't want to work with. It does say some of you are dealing with workplace romance, and some of you are dealing with workplace stress, workplace drama, and workplace issues. It does say some of you guys are dealing with home related issues that are trying to warn you that home life is suffering and getting in the way of your work. You will warn yourself that things are getting better. Someone is courting you out of the way though, and seeing that blessings come to you if you work on the law, or maybe even work on your stress, or maybe even say that you're sorry to someone. It does say you would rather not do this, but sometimes you have to time the situation to see if it's going to work out in your favor, or whether or not you're going to apologize and move on from the situation. Let's see what's going on with business. Some of you are getting in the way with problems, or maybe even a problem that you are solving and judging someone, or maybe even telling them off, causing them harm, mentally stressing them out, and giving them murder in their mind, telling them that they will never live a good life. Or maybe this is you with someone else. It does say someone here doesn't want to see you, but they're burdened in your mind, or maybe even your private affairs, or burdening your business in some way. Your practical business could be suffering, or maybe things that you're working on is not doing so great. Ideally, at this time, it's never going to be a good time to work on things and see that it's blessed. You have to work past the mischief and the drama and the stress, and maybe some of you are going through caution from the court system or the law. It does say, ideally, if you don't want to believe you have problems, you're going to give yourself problems, and maybe casting. So I don't know, someone casting spells, because I'm hearing someone casting. Does say someone casting a negative mindset on you is going to give you a mind game. Okay. Yeah. It does say some of you are judged heavily, and it does say burdens are there, but people will talk about you all day long. What are you going to do to make sure you don't listen or leave it out? Stress related issues are not worthy. Someone wants to tell you off and tell you this, but at times you don't want to listen. Maybe it is you that wants to say this to someone, but it's also someone that doesn't want to speak and doesn't want to hear you. At times you could be bothered and don't want to stress the situation, but need the loyalty of friends and family members to support you. Poor you. It does say many times over, if you're wishing for something, or maybe even looking for something, you will support it. Money. It does say contemplating whether or not you should sell, or maybe even bring in more standards or properties, or maybe even things you need to support. Mind you, if you can support yourself, good karma will come. If you can't, then bad news is on its way. Oh dear. So let's see what's going on with your love life. Love life is going to be granted a good time. At times you feel like your nighttime is special. Sexual energy is there for you to support, or your mind telling you off. You won't want none tonight after you feel bad news is on its way. Possibly you want to rush towards someone, or maybe you want them to rush towards you, but you feel nervous about the situation. You may not want to speak to the person while you're feeling envy or jealousy or problems in your mind. You may feel like your partner is badgering you or causing you harm, or maybe even want to see that there's a third party involved, or maybe you need someone else. It does say, mind you, if you want marriage, you may need someone else if this man doesn't want to marry you. It does say many times over, he's not stressed, but he may not want to marry you, and he's trying to warn you that if someone's told you something to let you know that it's going to happen, it's not. It does say many times, if you're listening to people's lies, gossip, or maybe even liberty taking on someone else's mind about what it is you want to wear, or even give yourself in regards to marriage, it might not happen. But some of you are getting married and some of you are not. And some of you are dealing with stress with your man or your female. And it does say some of you are getting worried that the person's not coming back. Where is he gone? It does say some of you want to know where he is and if he's going to see you again. He could be a workaholic, and some of you guys really wish he could come forward sooner, or maybe not be late for an event. It does say a lot of you are stressing right now, and people are getting worried that you're not going to make it on time, or it is going to happen very soon, that work is going to come in and give you an opportunity. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the singles. Singles are not getting ready on time for something. They're doing something deliberately to warn themselves bad news is coming. And bad news if you're involved in a predator energy where you're predator on someone else, or maybe someone's predator on you, is going to go to court. It does say bad news if you can't stop behaving the way you are, then it says you're going to go to court. But it does say sometimes you're dealing with things that you don't know how to support in your mind. Probably don't want to bother someone, but you probably are. And maybe if they stop bothering your mind about things, it does say you have to work on your mental stress or your mental health or things you think about. It does say some of you are dealing with a friend like this, and maybe even talk to them or maybe even encourage them to do negative things. Some of you are going through many different things, and you have to wine and dine in your mind, or luxury treats might help the situation. It does say many times over you want to see yourself go out or enjoy yourself or give yourself a good time in your mind about sex. Love making and sex will help ease your mind at this time, or maybe even cool your mind down from problems. Maybe even see someone once in a while, or maybe even take the time to court them or go out with them. At times you just don't want to see bad news, but you wonder what's happening. Okay, let's see what's going on with the marriage couple. No, those are in a relationship. Those in a relationship are giving them time. Their star signs. Some of you guys are into star signs. It does say some of you guys are giving your star signs a read, or looking at the esoteric information, or the wishes, or the things that you want to achieve, or maybe even contemplating whether or not you should marry someone, or maybe even court them or engage with them, or maybe even contemplating how you could buy more things for the rest of the month, the week, or the year, or maybe even selling up, or maybe even probably giving yourself time to wonder if it's still going to be okay for you to see someone or love make on them later on today, or even this evening, or even tonight. You may not want to see it, but you may have time to think. If you want sex, it's on its way. It does say some of you guys want sex, so you won't want to worry about that, but you try to warn yourself you've got other things on your mind, and you wouldn't want to hear that your partner's always worried about what they need and their private area, unless you want to give it to them in that way. But right now you've got things on your mind, but you're also trying to juggle or contemplate what to do, what to wear, or what to deal with in your mental state. Okay, so what's going on with marriage couples? Marriage couples are not really burdened, but they're looking for burdens or seeking burdens or trying to warn themselves it's not going to be a problem, but they'll see burdens come in the next 2 weeks to a year or a month. It does say bad news for whoever's going to speak about bad news, but warning, someone's going to see them or even speak to them and wonder if sex is going to be on the menu. It does say many times over, if your lover is cheating or maybe even seeing someone else, it's not going to be the answer always. They don't always feel like cheating or always feel like you need to be in your mind about them or them in the mind about you. They're just wondering if they need some time alone to sleep, rest, or maybe have a jail sentence going on in the background. Some of them are feeling like bad news is coming, and some of them are feeling like they haven't paid something on time or maybe even gifted themselves enough. Some of them are warning themselves so much things are going on in their life, and maybe they don't have time for you, but some of you guys don't see each other as often, as your partner could have moved on or walked away or even broke up from you, or maybe even told you it was over. At times it does seem like stress is there, or people are there burdening you, or you're wondering if you should burden yourself and stress less, or maybe even communicate less, or maybe even talk less about something. It does say some of you are dealing with a lot of stress and maybe even breakup, or even breaking up the friendship, the fellowship, or maybe even the relationship, or maybe even people that have got in the way, and wondering if you should break up altogether. But it does say you would rather not and stay there in your mind, believing that it's going to work out, and suddenly you realize it does, but it just doesn't. And it keeps warning you, stop believing something's real when it's not. When some of you are believing something's real and it's not working in your favor, but some of you will work on it and it will work. So trust and believe the process. But other times you have to wonder, what's your relationship really working on and how's it working for you? Okay, what's going on with individuals? So, what's going on with individuals? Okay. Aries and Geminis. Aries doesn't want to stress and doesn't want to see you until October, November, or maybe even never, or at times wants to come around but doesn't know if they should come. At this time, they could be worried, stressed, or even shocked that you don't even behave, or don't speak well, or don't see something, or don't help them enough, or don't even give to them enough, or don't even wonder if they're all right. Some of you guys are wondering if they feel the same. And it does say you have to bloody give yourself time to wonder if it's going to be good for you to take a risk with something or change something. Maybe even look into changing your mind about something or stop bothering a situation. Okay, let's see what's going on with Taurus and Gemini. Gemini is not going to be happy once they see blessings come to them and then go through the other window. It does say some of you guys will see yourself climbing through the doors or through the roof if you have to get away from a situation, as you wouldn't want to hear someone is coming or banging or even knocking or coming in to tell you off. At times it does say you stress a lot about a situation or your ideas are a burden. It does say many times over people do stress or give you harm. At times they do give you harm, but you don't want to hear that bad news is kicking off. You would rather not hear it. It does say sometimes you want to hear it, but you don't even want to, because you could be trying to get away with something, or just jealousy is there in your mind, or something you're dealing with is not sitting well with you. At times you wonder what's going on. It does say many times over you have to think about what you're doing, Gemini, and how you can support yourself with your mind games. Okay, what's going on with Gemini and Gemini? Gemini doesn't want to hear they're in a lot of trouble or in a lot of dealings with people or other people giving them stress. Many times over you could be given stress, but at times you don't want stress back in return, or you just don't want it overall. It does say someone wants to give you stress, but you have to listen why. And it does say work could be related, or people getting involved, or punishments, or even penalties, or stress related problems. Don't speak, but problems are on its way, or maybe even solving a problem could come to you very soon. All right. So let's see what's going on with Cancerians and Geminis. Cancerian doesn't want to hear from you, but will hear from you later on in the evening or in the month, or maybe next year, or even sometime in the new year. Some of you are not even bothered because people are not bothering you, but some of you are dealing with worries, and some of you are dealing with Cancerians that just want to dress up, make up, sex, or maybe even go out, or maybe don't trust you. At times don't trust you, or don't want to see you, or don't want to worry about you, or don't want to hear from you, but at times do, just don't have the time, or maybe see that they just don't need you right now. Okay, what's going on with Leo and Gemini? Leo doesn't want to hear that you're good, or even have fashion, or even smart skills, or maybe even things that you have don't really bother you. It does say many times over if they see you with something, they want to have it, or maybe even target you, or feel like they could have anything that they need, or support themselves with plenty of lovemaking, sex, or even things that they just strive for and want and attract. They want to give you something and take something at the same time. They want to support you with your needs, or maybe even not support you. They really do want to know that you're not in a good way at times. So warn yourself that you're not in a stressful situation with your mind, but you will want to break up with them, or maybe even leave them behind, or see what's going on with them, or try to warn yourself that you're in good karma with them. What's going on with Virgos and Geminis? Virgo is friggin' mad at you, but they will help you with things and will surprise you with other things, or order you fame, fortune, or maybe even help you with your fame and fortune, or maybe even help you with things that you've really aspired to become or really need. You will support yourself with blame, and at times you won't blame yourself with anything. You've just got to give yourself blessings, and nothing but this, just blessings. Okay, what's going on with Libra and Gemini? Libra doesn't want to stress it, but doesn't want to warn you that time after time they're bothered, and they really seem bothered right now. They want to seem like it's going to be over soon, or maybe even block you or help you move on, or maybe even punish your mind, or even look into it. They're really bothered, but they hold on to plying or supplying, maybe supplying or plying in on an energy. Maybe even snooping in, or looking in, or looking at an excuse to come back or come forward, or even trying to reward you with something, helping you to deal with something, or even lying about it or getting away with it. They do want to help you support your mind, or even play along with you. They just don't know where to go fully. Okay, let's see what's going on with Gemini and Scorpio. Gemini and Scorpio are not getting along and may not see good karma, but their mind is telling them off that they should see good karma, or maybe one of you are dealing with each other in a bad way. It does say warning. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of sniffles. If you have a problem with them, they won't see bad news, but they will have good news overall to support you, and maybe even see that blessings come. But at times they just don't want to, and realize they don't need to, or even want to give it to you. They do know they can, and they may even bless you or talk to you about things, or maybe even allow you to move past something, but they won't always. And they're waiting for something to happen now to support you with a pride over ego, so you can stop misbehaving or stop being negative, or maybe even trying to warn them it's going to be that And it does say you would rather see them in a problem. And it does say when you do see them in a problem, you will lie. And then you won't want to. But it does say you warn yourself not to speak. But custody or battles or even strife, error or pain is there with Scorpio, or maybe even with you. And it does say you have burdened them. So you're not going to give them a good karma, but you're giving them hard times right now. And they don't like it, but they want you to leave them alone and move past your negative mindsets, or even stress less about them, or leave them prying in your business, or allow you to pry in theirs, but not really wanting you to. And they feel like you're always on the move or on the go to look into their private affairs or budge in your mind about them. They want you to try something so that they can put you back in your place, but they may not succeed, but they're lying about a situation or putting you in it, and they want to know that you're going to get done for it, or maybe help yourself to move past it. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Sag and Gemini. Sagittarius doesn't want to help you, but they will see that you are brilliant at what you do or not, or maybe even helping yourself to move past something is a brilliant idea. It does say many times if you see yourself in a great atmosphere, or even in a project that you are doing with friends, or maybe even neighbors, or even things of that nature, or other things that you're doing, you may not want to gift yourself or help yourself with a lot of things, but you're trying to warn yourself that you could. And it does say many times over, if you're a bully or you're attacking someone, you're going to be bad at it. It does say you have to deal with the wrath that's coming to you if you're conquering someone right now or harming them. You will have to deal with that. And I'm telling you this from now, you're going to deal with me. And it does say police or custody battles are there, problems are there, but people will see that you're in a better way in the morning, in the nighttime, or maybe in the noon. It does say several things of that nature are going to help you, but you just don't know what or when it's going to strive in your mind to support yourself with your mind and things you're thinking, and how you could pursue your mind and steady the flow of something, or help it pursue in a way that you have tidied up your mind to support it. It says you want to break up with someone, or break up a situation, or burden it. You don't know what to do, but you're looking forward to better news. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Capricorn and Gemini. Capricorn hates you, doesn't want to mate you, and doesn't see you as a friend, a lover, or an enemy, but they do want to argue with you about friendships, or even jealousy, or other friends getting involved. It does say you can warn yourself that you will see yourself around a crowd of people, or maybe even blame yourself around them. And it does say many times if they are dealing with other people, they don't want to deal with you, and they rather see you in a problem, so they're sending you bad information to support your mental health and stress less about them. Oh dear. Okay, let's see what's going on with Aquarius and I hear a thunderclap, honey. It does say thunderclap because someone is reporting you or putting pressure on you. Okay, let's see what's going on. It says they're not wanting to see that you're in a good way, so you're going to be in chains. It does say many times if Capricorn doesn't want to help you, they're not going to allow you to be helped, but you warn yourself. You have good news, don't you? You blame yourself though, because you put me in a lot of problems. I want to see you suffer. I want to see you suffer, so suffer then. Oh dear, they're not happy with you. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Oh, they're still coming out. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius does not want to see you in a good way, and they're burdened. They lie a lot, but they do tell you off as well at the same time, and they really help you, but they bless you with nothing but good loving or sexual energy or punishments, and they're ready to do that right now. Very much blame you or weaken you, or try to warn you that bad news is coming. You've got to help yourself. Run. Take your kids, take your family, expose your mind to bad news again, and you're going to get it. It does say you have to run away from a situation and stop worrying about it. Give yourself better news and run this time. If you're going to take something, abuse something, or do something, run. Oh dear. Let's see what's going on with Pisces and Gemini. Pisces is gonna get it, and it does say bad news if you're dealing with them. They don't want to hear from you, but they will see you're in a bad way. They're really cautioning themselves, but they're getting karma from this, and they see you're having a victory or being conquered by something. You may not see good karma, or it does say you will, but at times you will not. And it does say many times over, if people are involved or another person, they're seeing you in a bad way, and they're seeing you that way now, or exposing you to energies that will come to you in a good way or a bad way, or get karma. It does say karma because bad news is there, or good karma. Which way are you going to support it? It does say poor you. You could judge anyone or be there for friends, family members, or privatizing your business with your family members. It does say you love yourself so much so you won't support anyone else's problems, but you will gift yourself better news. Okay, and it does say warning, you're getting bad news, so watch out and mind your back, or mind your manners, and respect other people, or even your family or your neighbors or your friends. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your angel messages, shall we? Da, 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 da. Okay, let's just start with the universal deck. That one's kind of poking out the most right now. All right, this one came in reverse, but let's see why. It says, I am the dreamer of my dreams. So some of you guys may not be getting, your dreams in alignment right now. Something's kind of going pear-shaped with some type of dreams, honey. Maybe you guys not really dreaming, or not having dreams, or maybe something you're dreaming of is not coming to fruition, or you can't focus your mind on things that you're dreaming of or wanting to dream about, or maybe something's happening that you haven't dreamt of happening, whatever it is. All right, it does say you deserve love, you are lovable. It does say release your ex, the time has come to clear your energy. It does say stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay, so those are 3 messages there for you. It does say asks us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So be patiently waiting. So we are patiently waiting for your request. Okay, so someone could be waiting for your request. Okay, maybe you need to ask for something, maybe ask for support, or maybe for some type of help, or just kind of align your decision making with someone else's that you may need to ask for support or help. All is well. It does say Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings you will soon understand. Okay, so some of you guys are getting good karma, some of you guys not so great. Let's see what's going on with your angel numbers. Number 29, number 55, number 8, number 18, number 23, number 44, and number 13. So, Geminis, that was your reading. I'll speak to you guys in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.